If I asked you what the worst day in GTA Online history was, literally like the worst update, the worst thing to happen to GTA Online, what would you say? Now, for many people, I think that would be the day they started adding futuristic vehicles and straying away from traditional Grand Theft Auto, or maybe the addition of the orbital cannon, or how could we forget the Oppressor Mark II? If you're a grinder, you might say the day they nerfed the Cayo Perico heist when they upped the cooldown for it and made it a bit harder. If you're a tryhard, you might say the day that KD was no longer affected by free mode kills, or the day that they nerfed the EWO. And to that we simply point and laugh at you. But the point is, it's subjective, right? The worst day in GTA history is going to depend on what type of player you are. Each person, depending on their playstyle, is going to have a different answer. Because while the orbital cannon is great for griefers, the grinders don't like it. And KD not being affected by free mode, the tryhards don't like it because they can't get a high KD, but the grinders don't mind it because it means they're being farmed less. Positives and negatives to both, right? But today I'm going to go over what I believe to be the worst day in GTA Online history. Of course, this is in my opinion, and that day would be Thursday, the 16th of September, 2021. Now, before I go over why this is the worst day, in my opinion, in GTA Online history, comment down below what you think is the worst day, the worst update, just the worst thing to happen to GTA Online. And while you're down there, if you're not already, if you could subscribe to the channel and leave a like, it would make me happy. So, the 16th of September, 2021. What happened that could be so bad that day that I consider it to be the worst day in GTA Online history? Obviously, it's not the orbital cannon, because that was in 2017. Not the Oppressor Mark II, because that was in 2018. So what was it that was so bad? Well, the 16th of September 2021 was the day that Rockstar Games would begin to remove jobs from GTA Online, starting with a load of the adversary mode. Now, if you're quite new to the game and you started after this point, obviously you're probably familiar with what jobs are. They're essentially mini games, right? They're a ton of fun, and adversary modes are the ones that are the most mini game like. Some of the most fun moments I've had in the game has been on adversary modes, but before this date there was a load more than what we have in the game now. There was hundreds. Whereas if you go onto the game now, there's a pitiful 2 types of fucking adversary mode. They have sumo, and then they'll have whatever the weekly rotation is. This week it is the Halloween shit. But there used to be hundreds of these types of jobs, and they were so much fun. But the 16th of September 2021 is when they'd begin to remove some of these modes, and they claim to be doing this to free up more space for future content updates. Now, I'd understand if they removed them from previous gen and then they kept them on next gen, because obviously they're beefier consoles, they can handle more. There's a new version of the game, so if they wanted to increase the storage to keep these, I don't think anyone would mind. But no, they didn't. When they started to remove them, they did leave quite a few behind though. The bunker and the casino series, for example, you know, these were a ton of fun and they were still in the game, but over time they would remove it until what we're left with now, which is fuck all. So now what we have to do is each week they'll bring one back, and it's a complete gamble on what they had. For example, you know, the casino and bunker series, it's been months since we had them, and I personally think they're a ton of fun. But it gets worse, right? My favorite game mode in the entire game, Vehicle Vendetta, right? If you know, you know, this was a fuck ton of fun. It hasn't been added back to the game since June 2022. 3 fucking years we have been waiting for them to add it back. I think they've added the street version back, but that's not the one I like. 3 fucking years. The problem is, even though it's a rotation, it seems like we continually get the same modes come back. It's always sumo remix, any version of the hunting pack, and if you're lucky, maybe an overtime rumble. Sprinkling an assault on Act 16 and Cayo Perico here and there. But it's been 3 fucking years since Vehicle Vendetta. How has it not come back? You're telling me, like, in the nearly 200 weeks since it's last appeared, you've not been able to slot it back in for one of those weeks? Do you see the issue now, right? They removed all the jobs and then they bring it back each week, but some of them just get abandoned, and some of them were a ton of fun. Like, genuinely, these modes were pure fun. I have such great memories of playing these modes to the early hours of the morning as a kid growing up with all my mates, and it was so much fun. Like, when I was younger, I used to move around a lot, so I made loads of friends in one place and then I would move away. And the best way to keep in contact with my mates was by playing jobs on GTA Online. We'd play Overtime Rumble, we'd play Vehicle Vendetta. So Vehicle Vendetta has a very special place in my heart, and it's been nearly 3.5 years since they've actually added it back. And that's the issue, right? If you want to remove jobs to free up space, firstly, I think that's a dog shit decision, but I can understand why it's been done, especially on previous gen. But on next gen at least, up the storage space and bring these jobs back. I don't think anyone would complain. GTA is not particularly a massive storage game, at least like it's not something, you know, people are going to be like, oh well, I don't know if I should get it or not. If you're getting GTA, you're going to get GTA. If Call of Duty can get away with being best part of 200 gigabytes each year, you know, GTA can add, I don't know, 30 gigabytes more to have these jobs come back. But the thing is, if you are going to rotate them, make it more random, because some jobs have just been completely fucking abandoned, and these were some of the best jobs in the game. But yeah, that's why I consider the 16th of September 2021 to be the worst day in GTA Online history, because jobs were some of the most fun I've had on this game, and taking it away from us is just, you know, it doesn't help anyone. No one benefits from this, like absolutely no one. But yeah, maybe with a bit of luck we might get Vehicle Vendetta come back before GTA 6, but as it's been 3 fucking years, I wouldn't be hedging my bets. But anyways, boys, yeah, like I said at the start of the video, comment down below what you think to be the worst thing in GTA Online. I imagine a lot of people would say the Oppressor Mark II orbital cannon, and honestly, you know, that's fair enough, but I'm still very curious to hear down below. And thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.